Praised be Jesus and Mary. The circumstances of St. Monica's life could have made her a nagging wife, a bitter daughter-in-law, and a despairing parent. Yet she didn't give in to any of these temptations. Although she was a Christian, her parents gave her in marriage to a pagan named Patricius. And he did have some redeeming qualities, but he had a violent temper and was licentious. Monica also put up with a cantankerous mother-in-law who lived with them. Patricius criticized his wife because of her charity and her piety, but he always respected her. Monica's prayers and example finally won her husband and her mother-in-law to Christianity, and her husband died in 371, just 1 year after his baptism. Monica had at least 3 children who survived infancy. The oldest, Augustine, is the most famous. At the time of his father's death, Augustine was 17 and a rhetoric student in Carthage. Monica was distressed to learn that her son had accepted the Manichaean heresy and was living an immoral life. For a while, she refused to let him eat or sleep in her house. Then one night, she had a vision that assured her that her son would return to the faith. And from that time on, she stayed close to him, praying and fasting for him. In fact, she often stayed much closer than Augustine wanted. When he was 29, he decided to go to Rome and to teach rhetoric, and Monica was determined to go along. One night he told her that he was going to the dock to say goodbye to a friend. And instead, he may have said goodbye to a friend, but he was the one that got on the boat and sailed for Rome. And Monica was heartbroken when she learned of Augustine's trick. But she still followed him, and she arrived in Rome only to find out that he had left for Milan. And although travel was difficult, Monica pursued him. In Milan, Augustine came under the influence of the bishop St. Ambrose, who also became Monica's spiritual director. She accepted his advice in everything and had the humility to give up some of the practices she had become accustomed to in her hometown. She continued her prayers for Augustine during his years of instruction. And at Easter in 387, St. Ambrose baptized Augustine and several of his friends, and soon after they left for Africa. Although no one else was aware of it, Monica knew that her life was near the end, and she told Augustine, "Son, nothing in this world now affords me delight. I do not know what there is now left for me to do or why I am still here. All my hope in this world now being fulfilled. And she became ill shortly after and suffered severely for 9 days before her death. And almost all we know about St. Monica is in the writings of St. Augustine, especially his Confessions. Today with internet searches and email shopping and instant credit, we have little patience for things that take time. Likewise, we want instant answers to our prayers. St. Monica is a model of patience. Her long years of prayer, coupled with a strong, well-disciplined character, finally led to the conversion of her hot-tempered husband and her cantankerous mother-in-law and her brilliant but wayward son Augustine. So many people, today find themselves in the same situation that St. Monica was in. So may we follow her example of prayer and patience.